Hey guys, what's going on? It's Tico here, bringing you guys a video Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Decades Duels Plus. So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and help you guys understand how the deck edit works and how to search up your cards. I noticed a lot of people were giving me comments in like the comments section of the videos I put for this game that they didn't know exactly how to search up their cards and stuff. So in this video, for anybody that does not know, I'm going to go ahead and pretty much go through the deck edit and tell you all the little tips on how to search up your cards and how to organize your deck. Since apparently a lot of people are not sure how to do it with this game. I mean, it is a little more difficult than with the previous games. So for everybody that does know, this video I guess does not apply to you. But for the new people that have not played this game before or have not encountered like a setup like this game to organize the cards, then this video will be helpful. So anyways, the first thing that not a lot of people were asking me were how to search up your new cards, and that one is actually pretty simple. You go to your trunk, and you go to the search. Once you go to search, you gotta click where it says filter, and then you gotta go all the way down to where it says search key. Now when you go to search key, you'll see a lot of tabs that they'll tell you pretty much like what the cards does. So for example, if you click on a card that says destroy deck, it'll find every single card that says destroys deck, that applies to taking cards out of the deck. So what we want to do for finding new cards is go directly to the top where it says new card, and you have to click on it. As you guys can see, when you click on it, it becomes highlighted. So now we got highlighted that. You guys see it? They actually do highlight. So you guys see the cards highlight. So we got the new card highlighted. Now the next thing you want to do to actually make sure that you apply that to it is to make sure to scroll all the way to the end of the options for this options menu tab. And at the very end, you always find where it says start search. So once you click start search, it finds all the cards in your trunk for that criteria. So as you can see, I don't have any new cards because I have not played any new duels. So now let's go back. The main key point right here is that as soon as you finish a search, you want to go ahead and click reset search. Because for example, if I go ahead and click search again without clicking reset search, I will go ahead and go to search, go ahead and go to filter. Let's say for example card frame, and we want to find all normal monsters. We click to find all normal monsters, highlighted. Then we go to start search, but it does not find any. And that's because it keeps the previous thing you chose highlighted. So you want to reset it. That means it takes everything you highlighted before away. So you're able to find everything in. Now another thing that I actually found pretty helpful here to finding cards is to the text search. Now the text search is a little bit different because for the text search part, you actually gotta type it exactly as the card is written. So for example, let's say Lightsworns. So Lightsworns is typed as Lightsworns. As you guys can see, I have it right there. So if I click Lightsworn and I press start, and then I press start search, it finds the 14 cards that are for Lightsworn. So as you guys can see, it finds them all. So you actually need to type it exactly as it says in the name, otherwise it will not find it. You can't type like half the name and it might not find that. It also, for this, it doesn't apply just to the text of the title. It applies to the card effect. So if you type up a name, let's say for example Black Wings, you'll find every card that has Black Wings text, including the name and including the description of the card. So this is very helpful for building decks around certain kinds of like deck types. Now, the next thing that people were wondering about was actually how to search up, how to scroll through your cards faster. So one of the things I do is I always go ahead, of course, I hold down R2. And as you can see in R2, you're holding down R2, you can go down and up for the unit search. So it goes by letter pretty much, up and down like this. Or you can do it by page, by holding down R2. While holding down R2, you can do it by either letter, or you can do it by page. So it keeps scrolling to the next page of the cards that are going to be shown. Now the same way, you can actually hold down the R2 and you can click circle, so it changes the order of the cards. So that's by card frame, that's by how many stars they have. So the same way, for example, if we go back to, for example, let's go back to stars real quick. If we go back to stars, we keep scrolling down by holding down the R2. It goes from 1 stars, 2 stars monsters, to 3 star monsters, to 4 stars, to 5 stars, etc, etc, etc. So the same thing would apply if we go to attack. If the attack is X, I mean it's unknown, it will go to attack 0, attack 100, attack 200, 300, 350, exactly like that. Of course, there's no 25s in this game, so that's a pretty good thing. So otherwise, it will be increased amount of numbers. Now, the next thing that I want to show is exactly how to make a deck. Now, some people, I'm not sure exactly how this works, but I'm going to go ahead and explain it now. You can always sort out the deck exactly as you want, but for example, before you make a new deck, you want to make sure to edit the deck name. For example, this deck's name is Lightsworns. So I make the deck edit Lightsworns, and then I can go ahead and empty the deck. Once I empty the deck, I can start adding new cards to this new deck. Make sure to first edit the deck name, then empty the deck, and then start adding cards to that new deck. As soon as you do that, you can go ahead and edit recipe, and then you can register it as a new one. So for example, the one that I have right now is Lightsworn. If I change that deck completely, but I did not change the name, and I try to overwrite my Lightsworn, and then I exit the deck edit and go back in, this recipe right here is going to go back exactly the way it was, even though I changed it. That's because you have to change the actual name of the deck for it to actually work. So first you always got to change the name of the deck, and you can always apply it to like register a new recipe, or you can click to register a recipe over on top of another one, which will automatically erase it, or edit the recipe name, of course. But the recipe name and the deck name are separate, so you want to edit them separately. So that thing's always very important right there. So that's pretty much just a small lowdown, pretty much like a small overview of how to organize cards in this game and such. One of the most important things I was found here was for finding powerful cards, and most powerful cards are usually the ones that are limited. So you can always go to search card and filter, and the filter there's a forbidden or limited thing, so that one is pretty good. So for example, we can go ahead and click like limited to 1 and click start search. So it finds 36 cards in the games that are limited to 1. So those cards are usually the most powerful ones, so you're able to quickly gain access to them. Now here's a funny thing: you don't want to click 2 cards that are the same. What do you call it? You don't want to click 2. For example, let's go to filter and let's go to for example the attribute. So let's choose for attribute. Let's choose dark. Right, and then let's do start search. So we found 143 cards. Now let's go back there again. Let's go back to search, filter. Let's go to attribute. Let's go to, we already clicked dark, so let's go to light now. If we start search, it won't find any because you chose one before resetting the thing. But now the funny thing is, if you go to search, filter, attribute, and then you click light and dark at the same time, it will not find monsters that are both light and dark, which I think there are some, or maybe this isn't in another game. But for example, if you want to pick a monster that's like has like 2 separate things at the same time, like an attack or a certain amount of stars at the same time, it will find all monsters for that attack and all monsters for those stars instead of the monster that got both things at the same time. So I never click 2 things at the same time, otherwise you'll find every card for both criterias, not the ones that are both criteria simultaneously. So you guys see exactly what I mean? So it saves you the trouble of having to look through more cards by choosing only one thing at a time, and before choosing a new one, you want to reset the search. So that pretty much is everything that has to do with just pretty much making a deck. I have 2 decks finished right now at the moment, as you guys can see. I might go ahead and tweak them out a little bit more as I gain a few more cards. But that's pretty much all that I have for you guys for this video. So anyways, thank you all for listening. Hopefully that was helpful in explaining and clearing up a few things regarding how to deck edit and how to, you know, be able to scroll and sort out all these things really quickly, because a lot of people thought it was really slow going through the deck edit portion. So the more cards you have, the harder it is to deck edit, right? So I had to show this to make sure you guys could do it as fast as possible. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Adios!